Happy Friday, Joe. How are you, my man?
Happy Friday, Chris. Doing good, buddy. Doing good. You?
Good. Let's do a quick intro for people that may be new to our videos. So we do these every Friday. My name is Chris Murphy. Your name is Joe Whitlock. We run a little brokerage operation here in Fort Collins. Going on
Mortgage brokers.
it'll be
Mortgage
our third
brokers.
year, starting in October, doing this. So we thank everybody for tuning in every Friday. We really appreciate it. And if you ever have any feedback, just let us know if we want to add something, change something. We're flexible. So, anyways,
Absolutely.
thought I'd do just a little introduction to start off the day.
I
But
like it. I like it.
all right, so real quick, I'm going to show the 10-year Treasury yield chart, and then basically what is going on right now is you see it there, Joe?
There it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is a 1-year chart. So the Fed is cutting rates next week, but basically the Fed already cut mortgage rates. I'm using air quotes on Friday last week when the jobs report came out. Wasn't very good. There was also a number initial jobless claims. We've been talking about that, and over the last couple of months, that came in the highest in 4 years. So it was like 263,000 jobless claims last week. That was like 30,000 more than what was expected. So labor market's softening, and the mortgage rates basically already come down. And last week we went over it. We're going to go over it again here in a few minutes. But there it is. You could just see the bottom's falling out. The 10-year is hovering right around 4% as of this morning. And I do think there might be more room to go. So you asked the question last week, Joe, do you think they'll cut 50 basis points?
Yeah.
I said no. Said they're not going to cut. But there is now chatter that could be a thing. And so I'd put the chances at like 25% that they cut 50 basis points.
Next week you're talking.
Next week, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
100% chance they cut. Whether or not they
Right.
go 50 or 25 is going to be kind of, we'll have to see what happens there. Last real quick thing, Joe, is mortgage applications. Obviously, those spiked in the last week, up 9% on purchases and up 12% on refis. So those are kind of in line as we see these mortgage rates start to come down. But next week is the week when the Fed does cut rates next week. We're going to get calls asking what mortgage rates are doing, and that they've already moved. That's what you need to
And
know.
the radio will tell you, hey, rates just went down. Call your lender.
Yeah.
And we'll get those calls and be like, those went down, like Murph said last week.
And real
So
quick, too, you had a phone call today. We won't get into the details, but it was a major bank. Okay, a major bank. You can figure out what the major banks are out there. But they told this particular first-time home buyer that they had to wait. So I think, what are they putting down? 10%, 5%? I can't remember what she was at.
like 10 or 11%.
10,
Yeah.
11%. And this bank, big bank, told this borrower that she had to wait till she had 20% equity before she could refinance.
That's a true story.
And
Yeah.
that is 100%.
And that is not true. You have to
No.
wait till you have 20% equity to refinance if you don't want mortgage insurance
Right.
anymore. But you can refinance at 90, 95%, not taking cash out.
And I bring that up because as we get into this refi market, some of these lenders that are dying for business are just going to, quite frankly, make shit up. Or they don't even know how it works.
Yep.
So just be careful out there. Anyways.
Yep. And be careful with hey, we'll give you a free no-cost refi if you do your purchase with me. In a separate video, we'd love to explain that's just a play on words for lenders.
Well, we should actually go.
They're not paying for your escrows and appraisal. I promise.
Right. We should do a video on that here next week or something like that. So,
yeah.
All right, buddy, I'm going to send it over to you for rates. Let me share our screen. We'll go from there.
All right. So rates as of September 12th, and we are starting to have conversations with people about refinances. If you are in the sevens, you should be refinancing right now.
Yeah.
If you are in the high sixes, you should have that conversation with us to see if it's worth it. And even if you're in the mid sixes, let's have the chat and see what rate do we need to get you to make sense to save you a good chunk of money on a refi. 3% down, home ready, home possible, conventional loan, income restricted. It's at 5.875. 5% down, first time home buyer under the 100% area median income threshold, 5.99. And if you have good credit, even if you're not a first-time home buyer or over the income limits, you can get 5.99 today.
First time we put
you got a 5 handle on all three of those. That's the first time, I think, since we've been doing this.
It's been a long
Um,
time. It's been a long time.
VA loan at 5.625. And I meant, as Chris and I have been doing videos, obviously we've been in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
business.
No, it's been a couple years. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
VA loan at 5.625. FHA at 5.5, really close to 5.375 with some of these
And
investments.
last year FHA was last week FHA was pricing out at 5.375. We
Yep.
changed it.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to be bouncing right around there, and they're going to be adjusting these a little bit, but
Yep.
they're there.
Um, Cash out refi to 70%, you're at 6.125. Cash out refi on a primary to 80%, you're at 6.25. Cash out refi on an investment property to 70%, you're at 6.25, and then 6.5 at 75%. So you're low to mid sixes across the board right now on refis cash out.
Mhm.
Um, you can do a rate and term refinance, meaning no cash out to 70% loan to value at 5.99. Investment purchase with 20% down is at 6.625. With 25% down, you're at 6.375. Those were the primary rates a month ago,
Yep.
right? Or maybe
Yep.
6 weeks ago.
Yep.
15-year fixed with 20% down is at 5.25. You want a 15-year and you have 20 down with good credit, you can get low fives. That's pretty cool.
You get a little seller concession. You're 499 probably on a 50.
499, right? Jumbo with 20% down, assuming good credit and reserves, you're at 6.25 on a 30-year fixed. You want an arm, you can get better. And
Are arms pricing better on jumbos right now? I'm waiting for that to get better.
I'm seeing a couple that are
Okay.
priced out like an eighth better,
Okay.
right? Nothing huge.
I was about to say,
Um,
I'm hoping those make a comeback, but we'll see.
yeah. Me too. Me too. Couple holidays or national days. National Stand Up to Cancer Day.
Nice.
At this point, we've all been touched by cancer one way or the other. So in your own way, stand up for that.
Yep.
And on the brighter side, happy National Video Game Day. For all the high schooler and college kids out there.
I was going to say something. I thought I read this morning it was national like chocolates, not chocolate milk day, but like chocolate shake day. Did not pop up on your radar?
It was a national I think it was vanilla shake or something day, but
Chocolate
yeah,
shake day.
I
Oh.
didn't say that one. There's always a few.
Oh, yeah, that's
Um,
true.
and happy birthday. He passed a few years ago, unfortunately, but I always loved him in Fast and the Furious. Paul Walker.
Paul
Um,
Walker's
his,
birthday's today.
his birthday would be today, and what is he? 7'7" ex NBA player Yao Ming turned 45 today.
All right.
So we're the same age as Yao Ming,
How
basically.
old would have Paul Walker been today? Did it say?
I think it was 47 or 48.
Okay, so he's a couple years older than we are.
A couple
Okay.
years older. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, Joe. Well, good stuff, buddy. And what a market next week. The big Fed cut coming. Remember, mortgage rates have already moved. They're not going to drop a quarter a point or half a point next week if they do cut it by 20. If they cut it by 50 basis points, maybe you see a little bit of a move down in mortgage
Right.
rates, but
Right.
I think it's pretty much priced in right now. So we'll have to see.
And if you're in the sevens or high sixes, give us a call.
Yep,
We can save you
absolutely.
money. So,
All right.
yep.
Thanks, Joe. We'll see everybody next week.
Thanks for watching. See you guys.